Hello everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. Talking about Kepa. Obviously he's gone to Real Madrid on loan. No problem. I'm absolutely fine with that. Obviously we bought in Sanchez from Brighton. 25 million. You would think that, with a goalkeeper like that, he would be pushing for the starting spot, especially considering how poor Kepa has been in a Chelsea shirt since he's come in. I know people are talking about how well he performed for us last season, but let's be honest, we were 12th place out of all domestic competitions straight away. Couldn't really perform in the Champions League when we needed to. We had one off game. We had one good game against Dortmund, if you exclude the group stages. Kepa didn't really have to fight for anything. I mean, if I'm a goalkeeper, let's put this into perspective. I'm a goalkeeper and I want to perform well for my team, right? I want my team to do well. Generally speaking, if I face more shots, I have the chance to save more goals from going in. So I'm going to look better, right? And which goalkeepers usually have more shots against them? It's the teams that don't perform. It's the teams in the relegation zones. So this season, you're looking at your Lutons and your Bournemouths, your Sheffields, teams like that. And ultimately, their goalkeepers are either going to shine or completely concede goals, right? We saw this with that Aaron Ramsdale, Jordan Pickford when he was at Sunderland. You face a lot of shots, you're going to have the chance to really make a name for yourself. And Kepa did face a lot of shots last season, and he saved a lot as well. So I'm not going to take that away from him. But to have these comments coming out as soon as he goes to Real Madrid, that he didn't feel the project was right for him, and Mauricio Pochettino said he was going to play ahead of Sanchez anyway. Obviously, he wants to stay at Real Madrid. He's made that very clear. But I just don't understand the decision, and I think the way he's approached this is wrong. You don't go to a club like Real Madrid after being at a big club like Chelsea and immediately disrespect us. I mean, you're still a Chelsea player. You are contracted to us, not them. You're only there on loan because Courtois' there. And obviously, I think he's broken his leg. So he's out for the whole season. But when Courtois comes back, do you honestly think you're going to be a starter at Real Madrid? So why does Kepa want to go to Real Madrid and not Chelsea? I think the answer's simple. I think it's because he knows he's going to be benched at Chelsea, and he'd rather be on the bench at Madrid, in his home country in Spain. That's the only thing I can think of. Chelsea aren't the team they were a couple of years ago. We know that. There's a process. We're rebuilding. But to be honest with you, I always liked Kepa. I always thought, especially as a number 2, I think he's a good player to have in the dressing room. I think that he always wore his heart on his sleeve. He always tried his hardest for the club. But he did make mistakes, and he did cost us in crucial moments. I'm not going to reference every single game that he made a mistake in, but if you look at the Carabao Cup final when Sarri tried to substitute him for Willy Caballero and he refused to do it, we lost that match. I think that was Kepa's fault. I don't think his crossing ability in terms of catching the ball is good enough. We see an immediate impact from Sanchez in that sense. I think Sanchez's distribution is better than Kepa's. Although people say it's risky, it's better. It is better. The way he is able to distribute the ball is better. And I think with confidence from the manager, he'll improve. For me, I do think that what Kepa's done is out of order. I don't want to slate him too much, but I do think that he's crossed the line. And now if you ever do come back to Chelsea and Madrid don't want you, I don't think there's a place for him at the club anymore. It's not like with Lukaku, obviously. I think that's a completely different scenario. But Kepa's outright said he wants to stay at Madrid and he doesn't want to stay at Chelsea. So as far as I'm concerned, you can go. I don't care if you play for us again. I don't care if you sit on the bench for us and you just take a wage. I do not want to see Kepa playing in a Chelsea shirt again. He doesn't deserve it. And it's unfortunate. It really is, because there could have been a place at Chelsea for Kepa, and I think that he could have still been a good player for us for a couple more years. In the years that he was with us, he won Champions League, Europa League, all of these trophies, and we really did challenge for the majority. But he's never been a good enough goalkeeper to really, really step up to the mark. He's never been an Edison, never been an Alisson type of player. When we are at the top of the league, you know, in terms of calibre of players outfield, Kepa doesn't fit that bracket. He's not good enough. He is a Champions League challenging goalkeeper at best. So where he thinks he's going to get his game time at Madrid after Courtois comes back, I don't know. But if he does perform, all the best to him. I mean, it's not an easy thing to do, to play for Real Madrid and actually play well week in, week out. But, you know, we might see a different side to Kepa, because as far as I was concerned last season, he was in a really bad side, and that's why he looked good as a goalkeeper, because he was facing so many shots. At Madrid, it's a different scenario entirely. You're going to be dominating possession in most of your games, and you're not going to have many shots to face. So concentration levels have to be higher. I think that's why goalkeepers at the top level are so well respected, because you could be out of the game for 89 minutes and at the end you have to make an amazing save. So obviously you have to be switched on, and you have to have a good mentality to maintain that week in, week out. I mean, I would struggle with that. I'm sure a lot of people would as well, and goalkeepers do. That's why they struggle. So yeah, I think that, just to summarise, I think what Kepa's done is wrong. Criticising the project at Chelsea and openly saying he wants to stay in Madrid, I think that's wrong. I think it's disrespectful. Even if you did like Madrid, if you want to say the things you're going to say, maybe you could play a game for them first. Maybe you could actually make an impact and perform well and have a chance for them to want to call you back, rather than saying all of this before you even go there. Because everyone that goes to Madrid says the same thing. So you are no different. Do the talking on the pitch and then talk off of it. I'm sick and tired of players coming out and saying this stuff. But look, it is what it is. We've got the new goalkeeper coming in from the MLS as well, Petrovic. I think that Sanchez will come good as well. I think people have been too harsh on him. But, you know, let me know what you guys think. I mean, do you think that we have a downgrade on Kepa with Sanchez and Petrovic as well? Or, you know, have we dodged a bullet in terms of getting rid of Kepa? Is he just not good enough to get to where we want to be? You know, so let me know what you guys think. But yeah, I'm not happy with him at all.